Yeah, health officials briefed reporters today about the current condition of the county. The news was not good, but it could be worse, and it likely will get worse if people don't start taking the situation much more seriously.
Overall, I have concern about increasing case report rates.
An understated Dr. Chris Spitters once again asked his community to do the right thing and follow COVID protocols closely every day.
This is critical. We don't want to be enforcers. We want to be guiders. But in the end, our interest is in protecting the whole community.
At the start of June, just before Washington started reopening, Snohomish County hit a low of about 20 cases per 100,000 residents. Since then, that number has ballooned to more than double. The preferred number is 25. Spitters says young people, often gathering for large parties, are driving the spike in infections. They now represent 40% of the county's new cases. People going back to work are making up the bulk of the additional outbreaks.
Workplaces are, sort of going to be the leading edge of transmission here as people are returned to work, and so we have to expect that cases are going to occur in the workplace.
To that end, Spitters is asking employers and employees to follow state guidelines about reopening and cooperate with health officials conducting contact tracing.
It's all in our shared hands, but we need a whole society cooperating to get through this.
A bit of good news, hospitalizations remain stable, but Dr. Spitters says no one should expect to return to normal anytime soon.
It's not over, and it's not going to be over soon. We're going to be dealing with this for many, many months to come, possibly even a year or two. So we really have to take a deep breath, stay with all the efforts, stay with the program, and keep working together with the long view in sight.
And after that rather grim prediction, we will leave you with a bit more good news. Health officials say that the elderly make up now just 16% of the new cases here in Snohomish County. That's down from a peak of 40%. In Everett, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.